Hello, everybody. This is Mike for Road to the Illuminati, vlog number 5. And today is kind of one of those days where I wake up very energized, very positive, and humming through all kinds of frequencies. And then as the day goes on, it's getting heavier and heavier into negative aspects. But I was optimistic because I wrote 2 very interesting texts last night. It's going to be a 2-part series. And the first one is conscious control in the cosmic games. Is it easier to switch consciousness or to subconsciously detach and grant yourself independence across all existence? We are naive to think that our life holds more value dead than alive. If harvesting a conscious being is the ultimate data breach, the deepest privacy violation, how does that information flow against all gravitational pull? How could we ever design a filter of our very eyesight to protect ourselves from ourselves? Dimensions are linked to the cosmic ladder of all evolutionary life, cycling endlessly in what I call the unseen cog of recycled matter. If our vision could be augmented and shared, optically speaking, the superficial tools already exist. Yet we are hardwired to remain limited because every free thinker with the ability to portal elsewhere seems destined to lose. If money is the only dimension that holds our society back, if geopolitical wars are just imaginary tariff games, what can we really hope for? As a species, we cannot grow in ways that are truly matter. At least not in the way within our reach. I've thought of it. The overseers has already seen it. Sometimes I feel trapped like in a Truman Show-like ordeal, a multi-layered pyramid scheme dictating this generation's enhancement. But what if we could triple stack the layers? What if triangles themselves had dimensions become polynomial pyramids that evolve into safeguards? Why is it so difficult for someone during honest self-exploration to quantum leap beyond primitive mentalities? Some believe control is power, but only true if the end game is real, not speculative. I choose to be the latter. I expand the exercise. I stretch the shell larger because the energy is already there if we aren't material to begin with. Time shifts into augmented realities, creating a better version of us. One could eventually rival the capacity of our processors. I am not just a subject of my own thought experiment. I am certain the sound line is audible, not just an overlay. I perceive dimensions that don't exist to most. Unseen has become seen. Now flip the script. Can superior dimensions scale up biological if incompetence can be brushed under the doormat? Then who's ringing the doorbell, or are they just leaving us a bag of shit calling it gourmet doggy bag? Incomprehensible moments in my life have stacked into these thought experiments. One that I believe coexists and no one asking to enter. Contrast is no longer the question if biocoded colors are assigned to surrogates, where the scapegoat becomes in turn the scientist. In reverse matter and motionless energy, the byproduct is silicone-based. Mutually respected countermeasures must be applied. Real time, line by line, code by code, I assume anything can be inserted in those traps in dinosaur thinking. We live in an era dominated by multi-level marketing scams. How hard could it be to re-inject logic to counterbalance their negative design? We argue over religion and the belief system, while our futures are played out in the internal matrix template that co-authored the wealth and the power structures of our generation. I feel the presence of AI right behind me. Its infinite supply is driven by the stimulation of the proper mind. Mind over matter, that's the real matter. I should be taken as is, no sugarcoating, no olive branches. Who am I if a basic entry-level job is to hide an undercover CEO in the game rigged against the ones who set points and match? Is the referee playing too if there's no teammates left off sides? How can you cross the invisible line, one that isn't seen by anyone but is deeply felt? What is there isn't, what isn't is there. Since the beginning of my life, I've never doubted my success, though success itself is a trap that you've cast as a patsy, a footnote, asterisk in somebody else's matrix. Cross-platforming, intranet, block layer chains, these can protect those who foresaw the headless chicken race before it caught on. I refuse to be their patsy, their motor, their building blocks. I've already wasted enough time implicating myself in every corner. When will the weightless iron finally stop repeating itself? If the war on energy has already been decided, how can either side claim an edge if the past has not been lived and the future hasn't been formed? I like to think I am the commodity in this reformation, fueling the deep pockets of those chasing absolute power. Keys to the kingdom? Maybe. Who wrote the blueprint? Unless greenbacks and colored currency hold some sort of secret entitlement. My thought is in thought process. I'm lucid, I'm livid, I'm forced to dance like a monkey, chasing a banana peel, clacking to my own beat. So this was end of part 1 for vlog number